Good morning. I'm Albert, the Director of Sales and Marketing at the Park Danforth, located at 777 Stevens Avenue in Portland, Maine. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about finding or shopping for the best senior community for you. Um, Now, I'll start by saying that there are different reasons why people look for a senior community. Um, One of the biggest reasons is just to find people need extra support with the things that happen on a daily basis. They that make it difficult to remain at home. Um, Other reasons include moving closer to family, financial. Quite often, some people are surprised by this, but if you take into account everything you spend to own your own private home, as far as maintenance, so on and so forth, it's actually can be cheaper to live in a senior community. Um, some people that do have financial difficulties um, and have lower incomes should also look at senior living communities that offer subsidized housing. Here at the Park Danforth, not only have market rate apartments, but we also have subsidized apartments that are available to people with disabilities and people that qualify financially. So that's something you want to look into. Another reason that comes up is sometimes when people lose a spouse, they lean more towards finding a senior community um, to move into a senior community, and that is a reason why some people look for senior communities. They say that the biggest cause of depression amongst senior citizens is lack of socialization. We certainly are experiencing a lot of that now with social isolation um, due to COVID-19. And that's one of the biggest reasons, I think, that people start thinking about moving into some senior living community situation is to increase their socialization, to be amongst friends, to have people to go to dinner with and have daily activities with. Uh, Lastly, convenience. Convenience is a big reason why people look um, to a senior living community. Um, Senior living communities can offer everything under one roof. Here at the Park Danforth, you may be in our community, but you have access to a grocery store, a couple of different eating venues, a bistro, and a fine dining um, room. You have the ability to exercise and to have daily life enrichment programs, library visits, exercise, without even leaving the comfort of your home. So, convenience is definitely a reason why you may want to consider senior living. No matter what your reason for looking at senior living, I have a few tips I'd like to share. Now, I've been in senior living for over 30 years in different capacities, and I'd say for the last 20 years I've been involved in touring people within senior living communities. So I do have a couple tips for you if you are interested in looking at senior living. Um, there are a few things I'd like to share with you that might benefit you in your shopping experience for senior living. First of all, give yourself some time. Um, Too often, people find themselves in a situation where they have to find alternate living space and a senior community fast. That limits your options, that limits your ability to look at things closely. So, even before you are ready, um, even years before you're ready, you should start looking at what's available in your area or in the area you're interested in moving to. This allows you the luxury of time, and you really can take a close look at the places that you're considering. Here at the Park Danforth, it takes me months and months to develop a relationship with the people who are interested in moving here. And I always tell them they're doing it the right way, because you don't want to wait until a crisis, a health problem, where that forces you to have to make that kind of a big decision in a short amount of time. Secondly, ask the right questions. I suggest before you even approach or start talking or making your phone calls, you make a list of everything that's important to you. Do you have a pet? Do you need 2 bedrooms, 1 bedroom? Would a studio be what you prefer? Do you need a washer and dryer in your apartment? Do you want something on the first floor? Do you want to move into a place which allows you the ability to remain there if your needs change as far as what kind of supports you need? I've already touched on subsidized. Are you in a financial situation where you need to look at something that's subsidized, a HUD apartment, something subsidized by the government, or even something state subsidized for main care? Those are all kinds of questions you want to ask yourself, what you're actually looking for, what's important to you. And once you've developed that list, which of those things are a deal breaker? You absolutely are not going to move unless you could take your dog. Well, that's a deal breaker. So you only want to look at communities that would allow you to have a pet. Here at the Park Danforth, we allow people to have a pet. We have many dogs and cats and birds and fish residing here at the Park Danforth, as many as we have people. So make yourself a list of questions before you start making your phone calls. Now, the actual shopping experience is changed due to our current situation. So not every place offers touring. Most every place will offer you a virtual tour, but things are opening up slowly. We at the Park Danforth are offering touchless tours. So if you fill out an application and you are interested in the Park Danforth, we allow you to come in and we give you a tour that we call a touchless tour, because we refrain from having the people visiting touching anything, and we open your doors, and you want to look in a cabinet, you want to look in a closet, we'll do that for you. It just allows people to be able to come in, see our apartments, and ask all the questions they need to. But even if you are not able to go into a tour, and that you should take advantage of any community that will allow you to tour, there are things you want to pay attention to. Do the residents there that live there, do they appear to be happy? If you do enter a community and you do come in contact with people who are living there, say hello. See how they respond. Do they appear to be happy living in this community? Also, are the staff happy? Because it tends places that are successful and the residents are happy, it's largely due to the staff being happy. If the staff enjoy working there, that's definitely a good sign for you. So do the staff appear to be happy? Do they say hello when you're in the building? Now, this is all dependent on actually doing a physical tour, but you can ask even on the phone what the staff turnover is like. Do they have a lot of staff coming and going? Here at the Park Danforth, we have people that have worked here for up to 30 and more years. This is a good sign. If people enjoy working at a senior community, you can almost bet that the residents enjoy living there. If you do have the opportunity to enter, does it appear to be clean? You certainly want a place that's cared for, because if the facility itself is cared for, that indicates that you will be cared for as well. Does it smell? If it smells, does it smell like pumpkin spice, or does it smell like clean laundry? Is a good smell covering up something that you may not want to smell? So pay attention to the smell of the community, and because you don't want to really consider a place. It could be a red flag if you indicate something disinfectant, chemically smelling to cover up something you may not want to smell. Lastly, pay attention to the personality. Now, this is something that is hard to put your finger on, but I have worked at many communities and they all had their own personality, and you have to find one that fits your personality. Now, the Park Danforth is a great place. It has lots to offer the right people, but not everyone's for the Park Danforth, and you have to find the community that's right for you. You will get a sense by talking on the phone, even with the salesperson, um, what what the community you're considering has to offer. Now, is the salesperson that you're talking to, um, do you get the sense that there's a lot of pressure behind what they're saying to you? Because this is a big decision, and you should take your time. And if you feel that somebody's trying to push you, I think that's kind of a red flag. Are there lots of incentives? Are they basically paying you to move in? You want to question why they may be doing that. So pay attention to the personality of a community and what your relationship with your first contact when you call on the phone is very important. So once again, in summary, you may not be able to tour the community that you're considering due to COVID, but tour what you can. Ask the right questions, make yourself a list, and pay attention to all those details. And if you do, then you may be on your way to finding that senior community that's right for you. Well, that's it for today. If you are interested in more information, general information, you can go to our website, parkdanforth.com. We have a great decision-making guide that talks more about the kinds of things I spoke to you about today. Also, you can go to our website, parkdanforth.com, to find more out about the Park Danforth. We actually have a great new feature on the website. You can actually take a 3D tour of some of our apartments and our great garden courtyard. And if you ever have a question, you can reach us through this Facebook page as well, and we'll respond as soon as we can. Now, we'll be having another Facebook Live discussion next month. And if you have a topic you'd like to know more about, please reach out to me, Albert, through our Facebook page. And I'd love to get your ideas on the kinds of things that you would like to hear about. Thank you very much for joining us today, and have a great day. Bye now.